Alright, I thought I'd give this a try. What I'm showing right now is my chart of Amazon with a couple lines in here. Amazon was gapping down today with a nice bearish gap and go. Below a pivot here, opening, we were hoping below the 805 area below here, but it ended up opening a little above there. But it looked like a great gap. So I was watching it all day, and I'm going to switch back to the 5 minute after I move this back over. All right, switch back down to the 5 minute. I'm going to show me what I should have done. It's not what I did, but it's what I should have done. So I drew these lines in. I was going over why I should not have taken the trade I did earlier and why that didn't work and what trade I should have taken. So I didn't do any trading with this or this. I was actually watching on the 1 minute and wanted to go bearish when it got up into this line, and it just was not fast enough to grab any of that. And then it chopped around in here, came down again. It just wasn't real clean to grab anything. So now I've drawn in a couple lines in of intraday resistance. Sorry, every time I change time frames, it jumps around. All right, so now we've got a couple lines of resistance here. And this is the line of resistance I was watching. Once it came in here, I was watching these candles, seeing that was a pretty nice doji right there at a resistance, and was looking for a way to go bearish in here. So I was watching it. Could have taken it right here, but would have needed a close with the next candle. Didn't get it, so then would have moved an entry here. So let me grab another entry and exit setup or target. Could have done something like this and gotten in on the move down on this candle, which would have taken it down. So right here, it's about a 2-to-1 down to these wicks in this area. But as I was watching this continue to chop around here, so I didn't take it here. I was watching it chop around and saw this get real narrow. And I was thinking, okay, right around in here, probably about 811 by 812, somewhere close to that around these candles. This looks great to go bearish. After already done all this, chopped around, going sideways. And what I didn't think about and what I didn't realize to looking at later is that I'm no longer sitting right on a resistance with a doji or with any sort of reversal. I'm just sitting at chop. And had it come back up here, this would have been a great place to then roll it down again. I didn't do that. I took it right in this area. I got in on, I think, right at the start of this candle or something, because I was in and I was up a little bit here. And all of a sudden it kind of paused. And again, I was watching on the 1 minute. I'm watching it on the 1 minute, and I saw, oh, this is great. We came right down here. We were real quick with high volume, and then it chopped, and it's like, all right, this should break bearish. And it didn't. It came back up. It's like, okay, last chance, I got my stop right in here and just need it to go bearish. And it looked like it was going to start to roll over again, and then it rallied right into my stop, lost an R, and it just continued up here and chopped. It's like, all right, I'm not going to trade the chop. At this point, it's during, so this is Central Time, so right in here, it's chop around during Eastern Time lunch, so I try not to get into things there or let them chop around for a little while. But then it rallied, and again, didn't get in any of this bullish. I was looking for it to go bearish. So now looking at it tonight, this is what I should have traded. So we came back up here, crossed through this resistance, didn't hold. Came right up here and almost came up to the same high. So 814.74. This was 814.70. pushed through it a little bit with this one, but this candle was an incredible shooting star candle. A nice little body here, 2 to 3 times the wick above, right in between both of these resistance lines. So again, with the idea of going bearish, add a resistance, could have done something like this with the stop here. So that's your entry stop on that. Did not get a close with this candle. So at that point, you can move the trigger underneath that candle to right about 813.50. So I like nice clean numbers on these, so I'm going to fix all this. There we go. 813.50 by 815, and then you would just get in on the move lower. So it made another nice little doji here. Look at these 5-minute candles with these highs on 1, 2, 3 of them right in this 814.70 range here, and then would have triggered in on this candle on just a move lower, or this candle, with the body closing below, however you want to take it. But I could have taken it right here on that move lower after it made this candle. So with this setup, then that would have been right here at this old resistance, possibly new support, and you can tell it did chop in here a little bit. Looking at the options, I trade options when I go bearish, but looking at the options here, it was kind of hovering around the same price in the options. Even right in here, pull back a little bit. It didn't do too much with the option price. Could have gotten into an 815 put expiring today on February 3rd for about $2.80 or maybe $3, something around there. So you could have done a $3, and then the way the options were trading up in here, the low in here would have been above like 250. So you could have potentially done a 3 by 250. So enter it at a limit of 3 with a stop at 250 for a $50 risk. With the range here being $1.50 in the actual stock price, maybe you would go a little more. Even if you did an entry at a limit buy at $3 and a stop at 2, you can give yourself some room up here, something like that. So $1 risk, that would have still been pretty good for expiration, and it just needs to roll over some. In this case, it also here it kind of made this shape of a double top and a retest and then a rollover. So as it chopped through here, similar to how it chopped through it here, and then broke down and quickly rallied. And here it chopped and broke up slightly or retested that same area, the 813.50, almost the penny, 813.49, and then came in with a nice bearish candle, and then had some more bearish volume come in through the next 15-20 minutes here. And all through this time could have been tightening up a stop first to this pivot, and then probably just keep it right above this resistance line. Let me see if I can draw in another line just to show where the stop could have moved. Oops. So first stop here, then once you've got some higher volume and you're chopping a little bit sideways through here, move a stop to the next pivot, maybe right at break even. Once it rolls down some more and makes some more bearish moves with this candle, move this down to here or even above the bullish candle, or even right in here, a little bit above that candle. All through this, you're looking for, okay, where's this thing going to pause again? Here is the next line where it had some support. It came down in there, and I thought it would keep going earlier, but it bounced off of it, so it could potentially come in there and bounce. So maybe right in here, you're looking for, so these had the same low. So tweezer bottom, 810.60, 810.60, and then just came up to the middle of that bar and or candlestick, and then just kind of rolled over again. So at this point, rolling over again, could have moved your stop. Didn't mean to move that. Could have moved a stop right in through here, and at least lock in some profits there. Or at this line here also, take some profits out, call that a target here, and then another target at the low down here. Anything like that could have been done. And then, as it continues to just kind of go down lower, you're watching the volume. You got some bearish volume coming in, but again, it just kind of paused here, and it's holding pretty close to this line as resistance now. This was old support. It got through a little bit, but it bounced. Some support above, and then right here now it's holding as resistance for these 4 candles, just slightly above, slightly higher. So you can move your stop either right above the wick on this one, or move it kind of real tight right in here. And again, with options, keeping the stop a little bit looser, trading it off of the options price, makes it a little harder to do this. But with if you were trading shares, shorting the shares, you could move things right along with these prices. And then the last little bit here, and obviously, we're really looking at it like this. We don't know what's coming next. So you're looking to see, okay, what's your next area to scale out of it or take profits. So, I've got the line shown here, but if I brought that back up here, it did a nice little move right into that, even chopped around sideways and then rallied from that. But you could have, if you didn't have this as your exact target, maybe you had this wick as your target. I mean, that's right through all this. And you easily could have exited anywhere in this, in these 20 minutes here, for a nice profit. This would have been with the shares. Where did it go? I'm gonna bring this back over. All right, with the shares, it would have been like over a 3-to-1. You would have made 3 times what you risked. With the options, I know that in this range, the option price was around $6.50. So $6.50 minus your $3 entry, it's $3.50 for however many options you got into. So if you had a risk of an entry at 3 and a limit or a stop at 2, that's $100. If you had a $100 R, then you made 3.5 times that. That's pretty good for an afternoon, morning to afternoon trade on a nice bearish gap and go. Didn't trade it. Wish I had seen this candle and noticed that was setting up to potentially roll over. It sucked getting in here and being stopped right away. But I wanted to make this video for myself, so I remember these are the things to look for. Coming into a known resistance, getting a reversal candle, and a rollover that you could have just ridden all day. And hopefully for the next one, that's something that I can actually get into. Thanks for the video. Thanks for walking through it. All right.